Welcome back to the third and final segment of the Tax Time Show. In this episode, Mr. Ajay Kumar is giving out all the information that we need to know about entrepreneurs and the tax considerations. Now, here's one area which I think maybe we don't have a whole lot of details which we need to know, and perhaps you know someone out there in somewhere in the world who wants to do business in the USA, but they are not resident here in USA, they're not citizen, and they still want to do business from overseas. Let's find out all the details in that reference. Can someone do business from overseas and set up a company here and sell the products?
No, absolutely. It's a free world. You do not have to be here in this country physically or with any type of visa status in order to start a business in US and JFG. So you have the right to start a US based business on whatever your legal status is, or even if you are not here, even if you have never been in this country, you can still start the business over here.
How does that work?
Well, the way it's done, the basic requirement is in order for you to be able to do business in US and pay the right taxes or open a bank account in US, you need the federal identification number.
Yes.
You need a business registration certificate, and it's called EIN, Federal Employer Identification Number. So EIN requires some name, address, but having the social security number is not a mandatory field for the EIN. So in theory, and we do it all the time, you have somebody living in India, they want to apply for an EIN so they can open the bank account eventually. They can send us their passport, copy of their driver's license, 2-picture ID, their residential address, and we can request an EIN for this foreign international through the IRS. Once this EIN is granted to us, we can do the state registration for them. And typically, we will use either an LLC or a C Corp. In these two type of companies, if you are not making profit, you still have to do the filing here, but you don't have to have the filing done for the Indian resident over here in US. So this person who is in India does not have to file the US taxes if the business is not making money. If the business is making money, let's say for example it's a C Corp, and you're not drawing the money, you're leaving the money at the company, you don't have any filing obligation. So this structure becomes simpler. So a lot of people want to try this idea first, and if this idea grows, if this idea becomes big, they don't mind paying the taxes.
As I try to understand this, you're saying for C Corporation, if they leave money here, they don't have to pay taxes. Is it better for them to have C Corporation, or they could have LLC or S Corporation also?
Well, it depends on the type of business you are in.
Correct.
It depends on what you're trying to achieve. If you are in a business where you know that you will be losing money for the first 3 years, or you are investing money in the business, then LLC is the way to go. LLC is cheaper, easier to manage. If you are in a situation when you have, you're trying something new, or you are in a consulting business or an IT consulting company in India, and you want to start working in US, then C Corp probably will be a better structure for you.
Okay, so is it safe to say that if they are living money here in US, they don't have to pay taxes?
Well,
because they are living money in here, they're not withdrawing money, they're not bringing money back to the country wherever they are based in. They don't have to pay taxes in that country as well?
Well, let me correct it. So when I say you don't have to pay taxes, you don't have to pay the individual taxes. In a C corporation, you pay taxes at the company level. So let's take an example. If you make $100 in a C corporation, you pay $21 to IRS and your fair share to the state. Let's say $9 in this example. You have $70 left at the company after taxes, after paying the federal taxes and the state taxes. This $70, as long as it stays within the company, you don't withdraw the money, you don't attract a filing obligation on an individual level.
I see. Okay. Now then the other part comes in ownership issue, because if you are living in US and if you have a green card or citizen, you can be 100% owner or majority of the company owner. But a foreign national, right, how can they own 100% of the company when they're not in the US, when they're not US resident?
Well, it's allowed. As a foreign national, as a foreign entity, you have the right to own 100% of the US domestic local company, as long as the taxes are paid at the company level. We at the IRS level, the state level.
All along I thought that they need to tie up with somebody who is a citizen of the country, and they can own maybe perhaps 49% of it.
No.
Not anymore.
As a foreign national,
Yes.
you have the right to own up to, if you choose to, 100% of the local company. As long as the taxes are paid at the entity level, at the company level, at the C Corp level, we don't really mind if somebody else 100% owns the company.
Okay, and their taxes would not be any different than the taxes of the company which is doing business in the US and owned by US resident?
Well, there are some additional filing obligations, but the taxes in total are very, very similar to the taxes what would have been if somebody local had owned the company.
Okay, and I assume they would have to pay taxes in the country where they are based in because they are bringing money into
Well,
that
there is a
country.
tax treaty under Chapter 221. There is a tax treaty between India and US, so you technically do not pay the double taxes. The taxes that you pay in one country can be used to offset the taxes that are calculated in the other country.
So, in the summary, if I don't have a social security number, if I'm living in other country in the world, I can open the bank account and do business as long as I have employer identification number. Second thing is I can be 100% owner even if I'm overseas and sell the products in here.
Yes.
Run my business as usual, so long as I pay my taxes, that's fine. US part is taken care, and whatever country I'm living in and whatever their rules and structure is when it comes to taxes from the overseas income, that's a different thing.
Absolutely.
That actually gives a freeway to a lot of entrepreneurs to enter into this free market.
Absolutely.
And, people
Absolutely.
are coming out with a lot of new products, a lot of new innovations, and obviously they want to reach out to consumers here in USA.
Absolutely, and that's the intent behind this segment. A lot of people have the idea, a lot of people have the ways, they just don't have the right information. They don't really know that it's possible. As you rightly said, a lot of misconceptions are there that I can't own 100%, I have to have a US partner, or I can't be the majority owner. I have to have somebody else owning 51%.
That's what I thought. That's what
So there are a lot of
remember years ago.
misconceptions around it. That's why we want to give our viewers the right information so they now know there are options for them.
Very good. Good to know. And that's why we have you, Mr. Ajay Kumar, to give out all the latest information. We are almost at the end. Anything else you'd like to add, especially in this reference?
Absolutely. When it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to the small businesses, you want to know you are not alone. It always looks bad from inside. So when you are trying to fix something, when you are trying to create something, you can see a lot of problems in the structure. Oh, this is not working, that's not working, but it's okay. It doesn't have to work on the first day. Keep working on it. Eventually it will work out. Just be patient. Nothing happens in one day. So especially in a small business situation, you can't expect a salary, a payment for yourself on the first day. It's not a job that you work for a day and you get paid. It takes longer, and hopefully the potential is larger.
Okay, absolutely well said. And that's why I always say that for any guidance and suggestions, no matter what your tax situation is, anything that you'd like to know, you can contact Mr. Ajay Kumar at the texttime@tvasiausa.com. That's the email ID. He will personally reach out to you and guide you and steer you in the right direction. He's of Science CPA Services, a company based here in state of New Jersey, providing full-fledged accounting services from personal taxes to corporate taxes, and also from setting up the entities, guiding them and setting them up, and then managing them. That's what they do. Mr. Ajay Kumar, thank you so very much.
It's my pleasure.
For being here and for giving us a lot of information regarding this. Was very interesting conversation, entrepreneurs and a tax consideration. With that note, I am Sanjeev Pandya, wishing you all happy and tax-free days ahead. Until we meet again, keep smiling and so long.